scarlet ibis. Love festered in him like a bullet. Destiny, love of the sun, and of the sky, and of all the things that could still fly. In the old port city, there was only one place where he could be mended. The citizens directed him north, where, next to the Queen's Park Savannah, there stood the Port of Spain General Hospital. There, poets of red flesh worked. Along his chosen route, he saw more of the city. The Rosary Church stood next to Republic Bank, both housing gods. The Besson Street police station was next to Deliverance Temple, because guns and gods go hand in hand. There were taxis, each carrying 4 hot souls, travelling in appalling silence. When he arrived at the entrance, it was difficult to know the way in, for this was not the way in for people, only pigeons. He mourned not having wings. Inside, the halls leading to the clinic were filled with women and men, staring at him despairingly. Black women and men, white women and men, the young, the old, the educated and the inexperienced, the gay, the straight, the judges, the adjudged, the religious, the agnostic, drinkers, smokers, abstainers, the fit, the frail, men with catheters, women in wheelchairs, relatives, wary of being wary, lovers, losers, fat, thin, tall, short, fashionable, frumpy, the people of Belmont, of Laventil, of Movar, of Gonzales, of George Street, of Nelson Street, of Chafford Courts, of Mango Rose, of St. Anne's, of Cascade, of Maraval, of Pritzker Lands, of Beetham Gardens, where the green outliers of the Andes resurfaced to find the world is rust and zinc, of Carenage, of Chagaramas, of Diego Martin, of Fort George, of St. James, of Woodbrook, of pretty suburbs, all dressed up with nowhere to go. Here the sick come, as do the doctors, with melodious voices and deliberate hands, and the unhinged nurses, who jealously guard a treasure no one has found. Here the bird was benched and watched the theatre, spotlight shining on only one spot of a river of people, flowing through tile, through steel, through pretty stone blocks, quarried from the hills, that now support pure love and shanties. Each patient a sentence containing time, dressed up and stitched, open, open, open. The common language, the imagination, the scalpels adjectives, the sutures conjunctions, the plasters verbs, that help all pretend to understand the present, the non-existent now, the eternal that does not need us though we need it. The bird. The bird sat and saw and wondered if among these people there were other birds who, like him, had transgressed. Imagine each patient waiting patiently in the waiting room of patience, waiting patiently in the waiting room of patience, waiting patiently in the waiting room, no room for patience, the rows of shoulders different, times, the hours of the clinics, names clinically called by nurses, guarding perfect health to which none are ever restored. Scars, destiny. Skin may appear healed, the doctor says, but skin never really recovers. Your body has its own clock, the nurse tells the bird. She plucks stitches from him, leaves a few inside him. His flesh will absorb them, or else they will rise, like thoughts, to the surface.
Thank you.